The rebuilding of Jerusalem after the Babylonian exile serves as the historical foundation for a larger prophetic arc. Isaiah chapter 62 connects the physical reconstruction of the city to its final eschatological fulfillment. Isaiah 62 opens, "For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation thereof as a lamp that burneth." This establishes God's unwavering commitment to recovery. This promised light appears in the New Testament. Luke 2 verse 32 describes Christ as a light to lighten the Gentiles, directly fulfilling the function of the burning lamp prophesied by Isaiah. The restoration of Zion involves both geographic reconstruction and the deployment of a divine light intended to reorient the Gentile world. Isaiah 62 verse 2 states, "And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory, and thou shalt be called by a new name." While Jerusalem remained modest after the return from Babylon in 538 BC, it grew into a significant commercial hub by the 1st century, importing luxury goods and precious metals from across the known world. When Jerusalem fell in 70 AD, the loss of this trade center impacted the broader Roman economy. These historical cycles of growth and destruction illustrate that the city's greatest state was yet to come. The prophecy shifts from physical wealth to the identity of the people. Acts 11 verse 26 notes that the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch, realizing the promise of a new name. This identity carries specific authority. Isaiah 62 verse 3 promises, "Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God." Historically, the crown represented government rule, while the diadem represented religious priesthood. These two offices are unified in Christ. This dual authority is extended to believers. Revelation 1 verse 6 states that Christ hath made us kings and priests unto God and his Father. The ultimate transition to this completely new name firmly establishes the people as a unified kingdom of priests. The text then addresses the transformation of the land's identity. Isaiah 62 verses 4 and 5 declare that the land will no longer be termed desolate. Instead, it shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah, for the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. This metaphor represents God's delight in his people. Israel's return to the land reflects an intense joy. This emotional attachment has manifested physically throughout history, from the return in 538 BC to the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948 AD. This return resulted in an immediate influx of the family of Israel back to their ancestral borders. The prophecy defines the relationship between the people and the land as a binding covenantal marriage. Maintaining that sacred covenant requires constant vigilance. Isaiah 62 verses 6 and 7 state, "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night." Post-exilic leaders like Nehemiah acted as physical and spiritual watchmen during the city's reconstruction. These attentive sentinels stand in contrast to the blind, silent watchmen described in Isaiah 56. Jesus extends this mandate of vigilance to all believers in Mark 13, commanding them to "Take ye heed, watch and pray, and what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch." In verses 8 and 9, God swears that he will no more give thy corn to be meat for thine enemies. While this promise held temporarily until the Roman destruction in 70 AD, it points toward a final state where the people will not labor in vain. Divine protection is structurally linked to the continuous vigilance of spiritual watchmen serving the community, but that vigilance requires active societal preparation. Isaiah 62 verse 10 issues 3 commands for this preparation: cast up the highway, gather out the stones, lift up a standard for the people. This diagram maps Alvin J. Schmidt's analysis of Christians building societal structures. Fulfilling gather out stones, they built the first hospitals. To cast up a highway, they championed universal education. They lifted a standard by establishing ethical values, opposing infanticide and gladiator games. These commands in Isaiah 62 provided the early church with the specific instructions used to build the social and ethical systems that shaped the modern world. We now reach the final stage of the prophecy. Isaiah 62 verse 11 proclaims, "Say ye to the daughter of Zion, Behold, thy salvation cometh. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him." This proclamation is fulfilled in the arrival of the King. Zechariah 9 verse 9 and Matthew 21 verse 5 describe this entry. "Behold, thy King cometh unto thee. He is just, and having salvation, lowly, and riding upon an ass." Revelation 22 verse 12 confirms this arrival, with Christ stating, "And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me." With the King's arrival, the city receives its final identity. Isaiah 62 verse 12 states, "And they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord, and thou shalt be called sought out, a city not forsaken." 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9 parallels this, identifying believers as a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. Jerusalem, once desolate, reaches total restoration as the Lord fulfills each promise within the text. This concludes our overview of the mechanics of Zion's restoration.